right, 2018 to 2020. This was when I was on my final straw.
You're fine. This was your 14th reason.
This is like this era was when I'm like, all right, I think I might start packing
but
it
I
in.
feel like
Now
we got
I
so many
see the top
bangers.
left and I'm like, banger.
Oh, see.
Yeah, we got so many bangers this
I mean, there's a lot of bangers on this list. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
I mean, we're literally trying to like smash in like 3 amazing years of
JoJo Part
anime.
5 banger, Beastars banger, Devilman Crybaby banger, Mob Psycho banger. What else is there? Golden Kamuy was pretty
Dorohedoro, which we're
good.
getting another season of 4 years later.
Yep.
5 years later. Fuck me, dude.
Yep.
See, we're waiting so long for anime seasons now.
Yeah, we are. That's just because there's so many anime being made right
Yeah.
now.
They gotta cut like half the anime they're making.
Oh yeah.
We need like an
Absolutely.
X Factor for anime.
Yeah.
Or like a Simon Cowell type judges. What's allowed to be made?
It's the only way we can kill the isekai genre.
Sorry, love. You've already made 15 isekai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 2018 and 2019 were both goated years for anime with shit like Mob Psycho coming out.
Sure.
Megalobox.
And Goblin Slayer, right?
Goblin Slayer.
I
that came out in
I
this
look so
era.
fondly back at Megalobox. That
Yeah,
was such a
Megalobox.
fun-
Megalobox was so good.
was good. I
God,
believe
it's such
Vinland
high-
Saga came out in 2019 as well.
Oh
Violet
my god.
See,
Evergarden.
this is where my like
Toledo.
memory comes back because from 2013 onwards, I started doing the yearly anime recaps.
Yeah.
So that's why I can
Yeah,
remember
this is-
every big anime
This
coming
is
out.
like, honestly, we'd get to that point where like there's so many good shows per season, per year that we definitely probably look at it every
Yeah.
year. But I mean, like, you can definitely see the style shift.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you think every generation of boys from Yuno Gasai onwards is just gonna have a fucking pink-haired girl ruin their fucking ruin them?
Yeah.
Because holy shit, Darling in the Franxx should not have been as big as
Oh
it
my
was.
God.
But it was not big for Darling in the Franxx. It was big for 02, man.
Yeah, isn't that crazy how popular that show was, given how mid it was?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like you could not go to convention where someone was not cosplaying 02.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And then we got to do the second half of the show and everyone went like, oh.
It's like, we went to space. Aliens.
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 Just the whole story was like, no.
Trigger was
really?
like, we'll take it from here.
Oh man. At least JoJo Part 5 was fucking sick.
Yeah,
Part 5
JoJo.
was
This
sick.
is like JoJo at this peak as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, this was
in
peak
terms of
JoJo.
like popularity before Netflix took over.
I hope Part 7 will revive.
Yeah, this era is defined by JoJo memes and Demon Slayer episode 18 or 17.
Yeah.
Have you
And
seen
Darling
now?
in the Franxx episode 14. Remember the
my
controversy of that episode?
Yeah,
What was the controversy of that episode?
It was the blue-haired, the short-haired blue-haired chick.
yeah.
Like,
Oh.
what was it? Like, confess to love or something?
That's like the least.
Because this was
That's
that.
like the tamest domestic girlfriend episode.
Yeah.
It was like the year after the whole like I love Amelia meme. That
Yeah.
that was just over the internet for a while. Then
Yeah.
it's just like another blue-haired girl gets cucked. How many?
Yeah.
They can't keep doing this.
It's true. It's true. They do be cooking the blue head.
Yeah. It's always a
And,
blue-haired chick.
and Toradora. They cooked the blue head girl.
Yeah.
She got cucked too. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Justice for blue girls.
Basically, if you are a blue-haired girl
You get
in a
fucked.
love triangle, fucking, you are
Looks
good,
like
good
a
luck.
key.
GG.
Dude,
cut
Devilman
out.
Crybaby was so good.
So good. Fuck.
It was
Fucking
so high.
insane.
And what a
God.
fucking awesome ending.
I don't get people who are like, I hated it.
It was amazing.
Like, how do you hate it?
Do you think it would have been bigger if it wasn't the Netflix release and it was airing week by week? Because I feel like with Devilman Crybaby, it got so much hype, and then
I think so.
everyone
honestly, yeah.
everyone stopped talking about it so fast.
I am fond now of the new trend of releasing, which is release 3 episodes right away, which the boys
The arcade
did.
method.
I like it. I think it's a genius way of getting everyone fucking pumped and then being
Yeah.
like, stay with me now for 2 more months.
Yeah,
It's such a good-
honestly,
yeah.
I like it as well.
Because who wants to watch 1 episode of something? I don't
Yeah.
want to watch something the first week.
That's why I always
I fuck with the 3.
the
drop in
3 is like a good number. The 3
it's
is
such a good
number.
idea.
Yeah, because
I get sucked in.
I personally always waited to marathon at least like 3-4
Yeah, yeah, me
episodes
too, me
anyway. Because 1 episode is just way too short.
Yeah, like Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, I waited like 4 episodes, 5 episodes. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Now I can sink my teeth in and get pumped every week.
Yeah, and I feel like it's the perfect middle ground to like the Netflix binge culture,
Yeah,
which just
yeah.
makes everything so forgettable, and
It's
the
a good
weekly
method.
culture, which
Yeah, I love it.
is not enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how manga readers do it, man.
I don't know how they do it.
That's like 5 minutes of content
They'll be like
per
this.
week.
They'll be like, this new manga's so fucking good. It's gonna be so good, and it's got literally like,
And then you
it's
live
got
long-
literally like 10 seconds of plot.
And then, and then you live long enough to become a Hunter x Hunter fan.
Yeah. What was
Where
that?
it's like, he'll be back.
What was that
We just have to
one-
wait 6 years.
What was that one panel, that one new edgy manga that aired like a year ago, and literally the first
Kagurabachi?
yeah, and like literally it was all people spoke about for the first chapter, and I'd never heard a word about it.
Well,
after, like,
it's because
a
it
month.
became a meme. Like, so
Yeah.
much so that the creator of it was, like, legitimately thought that. He was like, wow, I've only released 2 chapters, but the online audience loves it for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, right.
To be fair, I read a little bit of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but there's not a lot to at the time when people were talking about it so much. There was nothing.
Oh,
to
yeah,
go
no.
off of.
I don't know how that meme started, but it was funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, a good era.
So yeah, this was
Good era.
Yeah, I
Promised
guess.
Neverland when that was everything, and then wow, how
And
the
then
tables
it was
turned.
nothing.
And then there was
How the
nothing.
tables turned.
Yeah, how the tables have turned, man. Demon Slayer. God, I hate you hate to see. I hate to admit how big of a
Impact.
big of an impact.
Oh
Demon
my
Slayer.
God.
I thought it was
Yeah.
impressive that they managed to finally capitalize on success, and they were like, finally, let's pump out another season.
Yeah,
right away.
was it this era or was it the era before? When did Your Name come out?
before?
20... Did it come out during COVID?
No,
No, definitely
No,
not.
because I
was
remember-
I was living in Thailand.
Yeah, because I remember
Okay.
you when I went to Japan, you were talking about it.
So
a lot. It was like
2017?
2017 or something. Yeah,
2016,
yeah.
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause I, oh, yeah, cause. So 2016, 2017.
2016.
So just before this era is when they started figuring out how to do anime movies. And I don't mean
Yeah.
doing anime movies, doing good anime movies, but like releasing
Cinematic.
it internationally to be
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
financial success. Because Your Name was such a revolutionary thing for anime films in theaters, and then Demon Slayer Mugen Train was just blew that out the
It's
water.
crazy how popular
And
that was.
now it seems like the new meta is if you have something big going on, make it a movie.
Yep.
I was very, very surprised when they didn't make the end of Attack on Titan
Yeah.
a movie,
Yeah.
because I think that would have worked even better for it if they were going to do that kind of release.
Sure.
Should we go to the next slide? Is it the next era?
Next slide.
Next slide.
What I'm also learning from looking at this is that there are a lot of shows that are very popular at the time that just haven't really stood the
Sustained.
test.
No,
of-
this
yeah.
is
Yeah.
when we get to the point where like the hype for it while it's airing gets big, but then the moment it's finished, it's like no one's talking about
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
My Dress Up Darling, for instance.
Oh
Who the
my
fuck's
God.
talking about that show anymore?
Well, that's because it don't have a season 2.
No, it's because the manga got mid. That's why.
Yeah, but also, yeah, the manga to get mid gone. I heard that from Joey.
Okay.
So, but
I'll tell you what didn't get mid. Rent a
Vinland
Girlfriend.
Saga- oh, yeah, because it went worse than this.
How can it get worse?
Dude, Cyberpunk, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a good
Hell
fucking
yes.
show. Tokyo Revengers, my god.
I never understood the hype.
No, me neither.
I'm
I-
like, no shot. These kids are 14. You cannot convince me.
I've never had a more frustrating anime watching experience than watching that show.
I think
shit.
I just don't. I don't like delinquent anime.
No,
think-
no, I don't either.
I-
Because Japan doesn't do delinquents well.
They,
They
just
don't-
do
they
it in a
don't-
really corny way where it just becomes unbelievable.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been watching this season. I was watching like Windbreaker, which has way better animation than Tokyo Revengers and
Yeah.
way better action. But it's still very much just a delinquent anime, and I have like a hard time buying the fact that these boys are fighting life or death, having like gang
Yeah.
fights over
Yeah.
in high school.
I'm like, your balls are barely dropped. What are you getting into fist fights?
I feel like because they're like RPing like
Yeah.
delinquents. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like a Japanese person is imagining what a delinquent must be like.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's
It's like-
yeah,
it's like-
and it's also
you
like,
just don't have them.
and also like a show like Tokyo Revengers was clearly aimed towards kids who are probably of or around the same age as these characters.
But it was so,
they-
popular with women in Japan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's so
yeah
popular
because
with women
because
in
they were
Japan.
like, he's kind of a badass, and I kind of find that to be attractive.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
no,
like
no,
Mickey?
Huh?
Mikey?
Mikey,
God,
yeah.
Mikey is probably like the single worst character I've experienced in the past 5 years. of
yeah, but he
anime.
also gets the most bitches in real
But
life.
why?
I don't get it. Japanese women love Mikey,
But
or, like,
Mikey's
a character
literally
like that.
a shitty ass character. I hate to like Mikey slander, but I just don't like Mikey.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm not the defender
Actually,
of
you know,
Mikey.
I think actually, you know what? No, they all suck.
No, they all suck.
The main character also sucks.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna sound weird looking back now. When did Jujutsu Kaisen get popular?
I think it was right from the get go.
Yeah, right from the get-go. It was really popular right away.
Really?
I think it's
feel-
Gojo just fucks.
I might have been the first Gojo fight scene actually.
The very first scene where he's like, "Hey, can you let him have the controller for a second?" It's kind of high. It was kind of cool, and the whole setting, and when he goes to like the
Oh
the
no,
sorceress.
it's the scene where Gojo reveals his eyes.
Yeah.
That's
he does
what
this
I
shit.
remember.
so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember before that, I remember a lot of people were just like, "Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be the next big shonen," and then you watch a few episodes and you're like, "Oh, this kind of is like Bleach, I guess,
Yeah.
a little bit." But then they have Gojo, and
Gojo fucks.
That was the one mistake Bleach had. They didn't have a
didn't have a
hot
Gojo.
character
They
with
had
eyes
Gojo?
like that. If they had a character like Gojo,
yeah,
they tried with Kenpachi, but it just wasn't the same.
Something about Gojo just fucks hard.
yeah,
Bocce the Rock.
Yeah, we're not.
Honestly,
we allow that. We allow
I
that.
want to say there are a lot of mid shows.
Yeah, why do you think I stopped, bro? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, there's a lot of good ones here, but there are a lot of ones that just didn't.
Hey man, like fucking, Kaguya-sama.
86? No one liked 86. Actually.
All right.
Horimiya?
I mean, yeah, Horimiya was garbage.
I mean,
Odd Taxi was great at the time, but I don't think anyone talks about Odd Taxi anymore.
that's because it did everything it needed to do.
Yeah.
It tied everything up, and
It
Are we-
didn't
are we-
clarify, it just left.
You know,
yeah,
anime is like fast fashion now. We just can't appreciate what we had.
it is.
it
It
is,
is
100%
100%.
it
We
is.
just
Yeah,
want- like, no one
100%.
talks about, like, even like something like Cyberpunk. There was anime of the year. Everyone loved it. No
Yeah.
one talks about it
That's
anymore.
that's why I'm afraid the same thing is going to happen to like shows like Free Rent, for instance, where it's
Right,
like
right.
I feel like
The
the,
moment it's
more
done.
the moment it's done, I feel it's just going to fall off like all of these other shows have, because like except for actual goated shows like Vinland Saga, for instance.
Yeah.
But like a lot of these shows, like when they were airing, it was like all the community was talking about, and now
Like Blue Lock
most
as well.
of these
Oh my
no one
God.
really talks about it anymore.
Like Blue Lock was everywhere.
yeah,
And now Blue Lock is nowhere.
I mean in Japan it's still everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's more. I feel like it's propaganda.
Yeah, it is.
They're
It is.
like, you will play football.
Yeah.
You will like football.
No, it was more like, ladies, you will fall in love with these characters.
I feel like it was football propaganda.
No,
That's why I didn't work in the UK.
It,
We already had it.
it
We
was
already
it
had
was it was the opposite way around.
You think so?
Where I feel like Blue Lock got such a huge push because of how well Japan
Did,
performed
yeah, in the
World
Cup, right?
They had some historic wins,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's any coincidence
And then
that
that
Blue
one
Lock
crazy
was
goal.
the top selling manga of that year. If Japan just fucking just like laid down and died, ain't no way Blue Lock would have been as popular, man. Ain't no fucking way,
So I'm saying it's propaganda, God. It's,
It was just like it was just two things coinciding with each other, that just happened to be the stars aligning.
Yeah.
Where a
It was-
manga
it was-
about
It was trying to propagandize that you should be a more selfish player if you play football.
look,
in Japan.
look. The whole concept
got
of
it.
Blue Lock is just like Japan sucks at football. Let's build an academy to get Japan to do well in the World Cup. And what happens? Japan fucking pops off in the World Cup.
you-
Who could have asked for better marketing, man?
Did you see that tweet that was like, "Nah, man, can't watch Portugal play. It feels like Ronaldo is the homelander of that." It was such a good. It felt like the entire team is afraid of Ronaldo. God, no, let him kick the ball. Let him kick.
That's so true.
It's so true, right? Yeah, there was so many tweets that were like, "Nah, why is the team afraid to talk to Ronaldo?" Oh my god, that is literally just the plot of Blue Lock.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
you should be Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You should. You should. Oh my god.
And yeah, I mean, like, people still, like, a lot of the reason people still talk about many of these IPs is basically if there is a weekly manga running.
Yeah.
You know, people still talk about Chainsaw Man, but that's mostly because of the
I'd
manga.
like to think that even if Chainsaw Man or Vinland Saga still stop, we'd still be talking about them. I feel like they've earned their longevity.
I feel like Vinland Saga has, but Vinland Saga transcends anime.
I even think
in my
Chainsaw
opinion.
Man has. Even if Chainsaw Man stopped tomorrow, I feel like we'd still be talking about Chainsaw
I don't
Man
know
5
yet
years
because
from
I've not read what happens later in the Chainsaw
now. I think
Man
even just of
manga.
the anime.
Of the anime?
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
it's
think
done
the
well
anime
enough.
made that big of an impact though.
I feel like it'll be what Akame ga Kill was. In its time.
No,
Wait, we'll look back at it and be
way
like,
you
yo,
said
that was
no,
great.
no. Like,
way.
as in, like, what Akame ga Kill was to 13-year-old boys is what
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man is now. To
I think
13-year-olds.
Chainsaw Man is way more, but like I think the reason why not many people still talk about the anime right now is because the anime really didn't have enough episodes to.
No.
It kind of came and went.
Yeah.
They had 12 or
make an impact.
12.
We're at like 12 or 13.
Yeah, if they had 25, would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have. They should have made more, but I guess they didn't have as much. And also, they decided to animate every opening and ending.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
and
they went a bit
crazy.
too ambitious on that.
That was a bit much.
It was a bit much. It was cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
But I would have liked to have been able to stew on some.
yeah,
of
bit, little unnecessary.
that. But
Yeah, and we had the ending of Attack on Titan in this
Yeah.
era as well. And I
Yeah.
think, like, to me, Attack on Titan season 4, at least, or final
Oh my
season,
God.
whatever part, that I feel like that felt like the first time anime was like that was kind of like an event in anime.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
like the final season of Breaking Bad. That was like the first time where if you're an anime fan, you needed to have watched this just to keep up with the conversation.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, agreed.